All right. So what we're going to be working on today is I want to make a love seat for my outdoor area here. Let me just spin this around and show it to you. My juice bar, a fire pit, my nice shady grove on this very hot July 2nd, 2026 day. We're going to work our best here to create a love seat or bench using broken down pallet wood and using these seat cushions. These seat cushions measure about 19 inches across, so the total across will be about 39 inches, which is perfect for the wood that I'm using here, pallet wood. Little tip on these. So I went to Home Depot to buy this size seat cushion. They had them on sale. They're regular about $40. They were on sale for $33. But they had sold out of everything except for one of several different colors. So I couldn't get two matching seat covers. So I went over to Walmart, good old Walmart. I found these, same size, same kind, for $25 a piece. So little tip there on getting a good deal on seat cushions. So, all right, so we're going to build the frame out of this part of the pallet. The 2x4 boards, the heavy boards that we've saved. And these boards are about 50 inches long, so that'll be perfect to create seats for those cushions. More than enough room. And the average board that I have is 40 inches, so that's a good size board. Not so much worried about the board slats, because the board slats, instead of running horizontal to the bench, they'll run vertical to the bench, so there's plenty enough there to cut it down. So having said that and gotten us started off, I'm gonna get going here, and what I'll do is I'll take a break along each step of the way of the framing process and review what I've done, so you don't have to watch an entire hour's long creation. All right, so that's step one. All right, so what we got now is some roughed out concept drawing to give me some working measurements, and it's all roughed in. So it's a concept, we'll basically follow it. I get that where you can see all of it. And if you're interested, you can hit your pause button and magnify the images and copy out the dimensions. All right, so let's get started cutting. All right, so now I have my basic frame wood cut out, and I've got two of these front legs, about 27 inches long. 4 of these pieces here will frame the seat bottom and the seat back. Okay, got 4 of those. The back legs are cambered like this. So what I've done is split it here, flipped it over, and screwed it in with drywall screws. And watch out for splinters. So that when it's assembled, this leg leans to the back a little bit, and that'll help to make it more stable as you're sitting in it. So I got 2 of those. So now we'll begin to knock that together. Once I get the basic frame assembled, pretty much downhill after that. Putting the boards on is not going to be a problem. All right, so here's where we are so far. The hard part's done. Got it framed in. This is 40 inches on the inside here. I'll put an armrest on each one of these here. The next thing to do is to put the boards in this way Then screw this down, angle it back to match this angle. Then we can put the backboards going in that way. So I'll turn it here so you can see what I did here. So you can see that the bottom leg is cambered back. This is cambered back. That way you got some recline here for your back. So the hard part of it is done. Next is just filling in these pieces. That'll go pretty quick. All right, we want to set the back. Up, the angle of it. And the way we're going to do that is use a board here to get the angle for down below. I'm going to do that on both sides. So you can see how that's going to work. And the next step will be to countersink and drill screws into here for this piece of wood. All right, so we have drilled and countersunk the bottom here for the back for the slats. So our plans call for 24 inches at the top. So the next step is to take our wood stock here and cut a bunch of slats at 24 inches, screw them onto the back of the chair, and then use a jigsaw to cut the radius. And then we'll put some arms on there and it will be done. All right, so I got all the back slats cut in place. Just now matter of screwing them in and then cutting a radius on the top to make it look a little fancy. Wind it down here. Use a lid to make the grounds on the armrest. And this little trick here, something flexible like this will help me to mark my radius. You see I've got it pinned here. I've got it tied there and pinned there. And now it's just a matter of tracing a pencil line across the top of this and then using the jigsaw to cut it. And I'll have a nice radius to the back. All right, there she is finished. Tomorrow I'll come back with an orbital sander and knock some of the rough edges off of it. But the next step is to put the cushions in and relax. All right, cushions are in it. It's all set up. Got the cushions in it. Now it's ready to sit down and relax, which I'm not going to do right now because I am so hot. It's so muggy. It hit 98 today. I can't believe I did this in the heat. All right, so the final phase of this project is to sand it down a little bit with an orbital sander, take some of the rough edges off of it. Go look at total construction here. All right. Well, it would never qualify for a piece of fine furniture, but it suits my rustic spot here in my grove just nicely. Okay. All right, there it is, fully assembled, ready to enjoy.